everyone. Welcome back to our channel. I'm John, and today we have a really fun topic.
Hi, I'm Emma, and honestly, I'm so excited about this because I think everyone wants to know what other people do every single day, right? Like, we're all curious about other people's routines.
That's true. That's actually a really good question because I think everyone's life is a little different. Some people wake up super early. Some people, well, they like to sleep in.
Oh my gosh, yes. John is definitely a sleep-in person.
Guilty. But Emma wakes up at like 5 in the morning. It's crazy.
It's not that crazy. I like the quiet time in the morning, before everything gets busy. But anyway, today we're going to talk about our daily routines from morning to night. And I think it's going to be really interesting because we're very different people.
Very different. Smiles. So let's start with the morning. Speaker 2. Tell everyone, what time do you actually wake up?
Okay, so I wake up at about 5:30 in the morning. I know that sounds really early, and honestly, it took me a long time to develop this habit, but now I actually love it.
How long have you been doing this?
About 3 years now. And at first, oh my gosh, it was so hard. I would set my alarm and I would just hit snooze like 5 times. But then I started thinking about my mornings and I realized I never had any time for myself. So I decided to wake up early and now it's my favorite part of the day.
That's nice. That's really nice, actually. So you wake up at 5:30. What's the first thing you do?
The first thing I do is I drink a big glass of water because I read somewhere that you're supposed to drink water right when you wake up. It helps your body.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hydration is important.
Yes. And then, pauses, I usually take a shower. I like to shower in the morning because it wakes me up. I'm not a morning person, even though I wake up early. Does that make sense?
Oh, completely. So you're not naturally awake at 5:30. You force yourself to wake up.
Exactly. My body doesn't naturally wake up at 5:30. I'm just very disciplined about it. So the shower really helps me feel alive and ready for the day.
Got it. And then what after the shower?
After the shower, I make breakfast. I usually make either eggs or I really like oatmeal with berries. And I eat slowly. I sit down and I really enjoy my breakfast. I don't just eat while I'm doing other things.
That's good for you. That's actually really healthy.
Thank you. And then while I'm eating, I usually check my phone. I look at my emails or I look at social media for a few minutes. Nothing crazy, just like 5 or 10 minutes. And then I get ready for work.
Okay, so by what time are you ready to leave the house?
By 7:30, I'm out the door. So I have a good 2 hours to get ready, eat breakfast, and just have some peaceful time before my day starts.
That's nice. That's actually really nice, so you have time to breathe before the day gets crazy.
Exactly. And I work about 20 minutes away from my house, so I get to work around 8 o'clock. And then my workday starts.
All right, so what about you? Tell everyone what your morning looks like, because I know it's very different. Yes, okay. So I usually wake up around 7:15 or 7:20. And I know that's still kind of early, but it's definitely not as early as Emma's alarm.
Smiles 2 hours later.
2 hours later. And honestly, my first thought when I wake up is usually, do I have time to sleep for 5 more minutes? And sometimes I do. Sometimes I just lay in bed for like 10 minutes and scroll through my phone. Just kind of wake up slowly?
I understand. I really do understand that.
Okay, good. So I'm not being judged here. And then I get up and I go to the bathroom, I brush my teeth, and I splash water on my face. That usually wakes me up better than a shower does.
Why don't you take a shower?
I take a shower, but I usually take a shower in the evening, at night. So in the morning, I just do the quick water on the face thing. And then I get dressed.
How long do you take to get dressed?
Oh, like 3 minutes, maybe 4? Because I usually just wear the same thing, like I wear jeans and a shirt. And I have a few shirts I rotate, so I don't really think about it.
That's so efficient.
It saves time. And then I make coffee. I don't eat breakfast.
What? You don't eat breakfast?
I know, you're shocked. But honestly, I'm just not hungry in the morning. I know that's not healthy or whatever, but I just have coffee, black coffee. and I drink it while I'm getting my stuff ready for work.
Do you at least eat something later?
Oh yeah, for sure. I usually eat around 10 or 11 o'clock, so I just skip breakfast and then eat a bigger lunch later in the day.
Okay, well, that makes a little more sense.
I'm glad I have your approval. And then I leave the house around 7:45 or 8 o'clock. I drive about 30 minutes to work, so I get there around 8:30.
So we both get to work around the same time.
Yeah, we do. That's funny.
But your morning is an hour shorter than mine.
Because I'm lazy.
I wasn't gonna say it, but
Okay, so let's talk about work. What does your work day look like, Emma? Like, what do you do?
I work in marketing for a tech company, so my job is it's pretty busy. I spend a lot of time on my computer, I have meetings, I check emails, I work on projects with my team.
That sounds stressful.
It can be, but I really like my job. I like the people I work with, and I like the feeling of completing a project and knowing that I did good work, you know?
That's great. That's really positive.
What about you? What do you do?
I work as a graphic designer, so I also spend a lot of time on my computer, but in a different way. I'm creating designs for clients, so I might be making a logo, or I might be designing a website, or I might be doing something with social media graphics.
That sounds creative.
It is creative, which is nice, but sometimes it's also stressful because clients can be difficult. They have a lot of ideas, and sometimes those ideas are not very good.
I'm sure that's frustrating.
Very frustrating. But anyway, during the day, I usually take a lunch break around noon or 1 o'clock, and I'll either eat something I brought from home or I'll go out to get food with coworkers.
I do the same thing. I usually eat lunch at my desk while I'm working, which is probably not great, but I'm just so busy that I don't really take a full break. I just eat while I'm doing other things.
Yeah, that's pretty common. I think a lot of people do that.
I know, but I'm trying to be better about it. Like, I'm trying to actually take a real break and just sit and eat. No emails, no work.
That's a good goal. You should do that.
So, what time does your workday end? Like, when do you leave the office?
Usually around 5 o'clock, sometimes a little earlier if I finish everything. And then I drive home, so I get home around 5:30 or 6 o'clock.
That's pretty early.
Yeah, I like to leave on time. I don't really like staying late. And then when I get home, the first thing I do is I take off my shoes and my work clothes, and I put on comfortable clothes, like sweatpants or something.
The comfortable clothes. Yes, that's so important.
It is, because it's a signal to my brain that work is over and now I can relax.
That makes sense.
And then I usually make dinner. I try to cook at home most nights, but sometimes I'm tired, so I'll just order food or make something simple like pasta.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Pauses. Oh, I really like making tacos. Tacos are easy and they taste really good. And I can add whatever I want. Fresh vegetables, different proteins. It's flexible.
That sounds good. I like tacos.
Everyone likes tacos. It's the universal food. But anyway, dinner is around 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and I usually watch something while I eat, like a TV show or a movie.
What shows do you watch?
Oh, I watch a lot of different things. Right now, I'm watching this comedy show, and it's really funny. But I also watch documentaries sometimes. I'm kind of all over the place.
That's nice. You're not just watching one thing.
Exactly. Variety is good. And then, after dinner, I usually do the dishes. That takes like 15 or 20 minutes, and then I have some free time to do whatever I want.
And what do you like to do?
Pauses. Well, I like to hang out with friends if they're available, or I'll go to the gym. I try to go to the gym about 3 or 4 times a week, just to, exercise, get some energy out.
That's good. I really should exercise more. I feel like I say that all the time, but I never actually do it.
You wake up at 5:30 in the morning. When do you have time to exercise?
Okay, that's true. I guess I'm already doing something pretty healthy with the early morning routine, but I would like to go for walks or, I don't know, try yoga or something.
You should. Yoga's really nice. I've done it a few times.
Maybe I will. Anyway, so after I get home from work, which is usually around 6 o'clock, I also change into comfortable clothes, and then I usually relax for a little bit. I might read a book, or I might just sit on the couch and do absolutely nothing.
Nothing is good too.
It is good. And then I make dinner. I cook dinner most nights, and usually it's something pretty simple, like I might make chicken with rice and vegetables, or I might make pasta, something like that.
Do you enjoy cooking?
I do, actually. I find it relaxing. It's like my brain stops thinking about work stuff, and I just focus on the food. It's kind of meditative.
That's a nice way to think about it.
And then I usually eat with my husband. We sit down at the table and we just talk about our days. We ask each other about work and how we're feeling.
That's really nice. That's like a real connection.
It is. I think it's important. Even though we live together and we see each other every day, I feel like that dinner time is when we really talk, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
So after dinner, what do you do?
After dinner, I might watch more TV, or I might scroll through my phone, or if I'm not too tired, I'll work on a personal project. Like, I have some design ideas that I want to work on for myself, not for clients.
That's cool. So you keep creating even after work?
Yeah, but only if I have energy. Some nights, I'm just too tired and I just want to sit and do nothing.
That's fair. What about you? What do you do after dinner? After dinner, my husband and I might watch a show together, or we might just hang out and talk. And then around 9 o'clock, I start my evening routine.
You have an evening routine? Like a specific routine?
Yes, I know I'm very structured, but I really believe that an evening routine helps you sleep better. So I start by putting my phone in another room.
Wait, you put your phone in another room?
Yes, because if it's near me, I'll just check it constantly, and the light from the phone can mess with your sleep. So I leave it in the kitchen, far away from my bedroom.
That's actually really smart.
Thank you! And then I do a skincare routine. So I wash my face, I do my moisturizer, and I take care of my skin. And then I change into my pajamas.
And then what?
And then I read for a little bit, usually for like 20 or 30 minutes. Just something relaxing, usually fiction, something that's not too heavy.
That sounds peaceful.
It is. And then I get into bed and I try to go to sleep around 10 or 10:30 because remember, I wake up at 5:30, so I need my sleep.
Right, you need about 7 hours.
Exactly. And sometimes I don't fall asleep right away. Sometimes I just lay there and think, but I'm in bed by 10:30.
That's very disciplined. I'm impressed.
Thank you. But what about you? When do you go to bed?
Oh, this is where our routines are very different. I usually go to bed around 11:30 or midnight.
Wow, so you get like 6.5 hours of sleep?
Yeah, probably. And honestly, some nights I stay up later because I'm on my phone or watching something, and then I'm kind of tired the next day.
John, you need more sleep.
I know, everyone tells me this, but I'm just not a sleepy person. I can function on less sleep.
You say that, but I think you'd be happier with more sleep.
You know what? You're probably right. But also, I like having time in the evening to relax. And if I go to bed too early, I feel like I'm wasting the night.
That's fair, but sleep is important.
I know. You're like my mother right now.
Someone has to tell you these things.
Okay. But before I go to bed, I take a shower, like I mentioned earlier. I take a hot shower, and it just helps me relax. And then I get into bed, and I scroll through my phone for a while. Usually until I fall asleep.
Do you set an alarm for the morning?
Yeah, I set my alarm for 7:15, and usually I snooze it at least once, sometimes twice.
I knew it.
What? What did you know?
I knew that you snooze your alarm. You just seem like a snooze person.
I am. I'm totally a snooze person. But I only snooze for like 5 minutes, so it's not too bad.
So I think what we've learned today is that everyone's routine is different, right? Like there's no one right way to structure your day.
That's true. Emma wakes up at 5:30 and is very disciplined, and I wake up at 7:15 and snooze my alarm.
Yes, and we both work all day and come home and cook dinner, so we have some things in common, but also some big differences.
And I think that's okay. I think the important thing is that you find a routine that works for you, a routine that makes you happy and helps you feel organized.
Exactly. And I would say for beginners learning English, routines are really important to learn about because you use these words and phrases every single day. Like, I wake up, I take a shower, I go to work, I cook dinner.
Right. These are very common phrases that you'll hear and use constantly.
And also, talking about your daily routine is a great way to practice English with friends or in English class. You can just describe your day, and it helps you practice a lot of different vocabulary.
Very true. And if you're learning English, I think it's good to think about your own routine too. Like write down what you do every day in English and practice saying it out loud.
That's a great exercise because it makes English feel more real and personal to you.
Exactly. Anyway, I think that's it for today. We've talked about morning routines, work routines, evening routines, and night routines. It's been fun to compare our days.
It really has, and I hope everyone who is watching learned something, whether it's English vocabulary or just something interesting about how other people structure their days.
And remember, if you want more English lessons, please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment if you want us to talk about something else.
We read all the comments and we love hearing from you guys.
Thanks so much for watching.
Bye, everyone!